to The Weight of It, where we talk about everything from boob sweat to menopause and eating disorders and everything in between. We're a couple of real women with real stories and absolutely no bullshit.
We might be a bit of bullshitters. Our stories aren't bullshit.
Absolutely. So welcome.
And Coach Joe, it's your turn to share your story.
Oh, here we go.
So, why did you build the gym?
Okay. So I started my gym journey about 12 years ago. I've come through some addictions, and we'll talk about that another time. But I needed something to be proud of and not to be just sitting around on my ass eating food, getting fat. Mm-hmm. You know, that was basically it. So I decided that I'd join the gym. I wanted to get muscles. I didn't want to get on the treadmills and I didn't want to get on the cardio stuff. I saw these women out there and I was like, oh, muscles. That's what I want to do. So I started the gym. I made a deal with myself. So we were talking earlier about bringing in some of this discipline.
Yep.
And I had to use that at the start. And the way I did it was I made a deal with myself that if I thought about going to the gym, that I put my shoes on and I got the fuck out the door and I went to the gym. If that happened 2 or 3 times in the day, that happened. I would do something different, but I would just make myself go there. And it was that discipline, and then which created then some motivation to keep it going.
Yeah.
Then I started seeing the changes in my body and got proud and all of that to go with it. I'm also a chef, so I got really interested in nutrition and started researching everything. Next thing you know, I'm doing a personal trainer's course. The next thing you know, I'm qualified, and 11 months after I had started my journey, I was a qualified personal trainer and starting my business.
Okay, and what, I suppose, inspired you to have the ladies-only gym? What inspired you to do that and not open it to everybody like a lot of trainers have their books open?
There's actually a story to that.
Okay, awesome.
So I used to train both men and women. This time I had a husband and wife in the gym, and I had another lady who was quite overweight, and they were at the opposite ends of the gym. But the lady that was overweight kept adjusting herself and her T-shirt, and she was trying to do an exercise where her T-shirt was flopping around. And I saw what was going on, and I could tell how uncomfortable she was, and she kept like glancing over towards the husband and wife. And it was that moment there and then that I went, I am not putting another woman through that ever. Women need a safe space to train away from feeling judged, intimidated, all that sort of stuff. So I actually went home that day and put it out to everybody that I am now ladies only. Sorry, ladies, husbands are not welcome anymore. But I'm doing this to create a safe space.
Sorry, boys, your loss is our gain.
Yeah, so from that moment, I just became ladies only. And I also then made another deal that I create this really safe space, and I need to create a strict code of conduct. Being all female, I did not want getting any bitchy, clicky. You know, you've seen it in other gyms.
Seen it.
I just wasn't going to let that happen. I wasn't going to let anybody bitch at anybody, won't talk at anybody. I have been known to remove women from my gym, women that have looked at another woman up and down or pulled a face because she's used her gym words. I want to keep that safe space for women. So that's what my gym's all about.
Yeah, and I can 100% agree. It's the most, you find your tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have your
I
tribe.
say we don't have clicky groups, but we are a clicky group.
Yeah, we kind of are with each other because, you know, us that train at 5 a.m, we don't see the ladies that come at 4:30 in the afternoon, or I don't see anyone that comes in on a Saturday. But when we do all join in together, like on our public holiday Mondays,
yes,
we are all one.
That's right.
You know, and the encouragement we all give each other.
Knowing that you're all supported in the same way.
Yeah.
And what I tell everybody is when they first come to see me, they see on the sign-up sheet it says, you know, what's your goal? And they go, oh, I don't know what my goal is. And I say, I do. Don't worry. I know you just want to feel better in your own skin because that's every single one of us' goal. Yeah, if the weight loss comes with that and the health and the quality of life and everything comes with it, but basically we just want to feel better in our own skin. Yeah. And no one wants that more or less than the other person. It's just a simple way it is.
Yeah, yep. Real women.
Yeah.
Applauding real women.
That's it. Just getting in there and just getting it done. And
respecting our stories.
We don't give a shit about what we're wearing. We don't give a shit about what we look like. You know, it was actually, I had another gym move in next to me once a few years back, and it was quite funny. I was watching them in the car park, And the clients that were going into the gym next door were there putting their hair up and putting their lipstick on, and, you know, because it was quite a big of a Instagram sort of a gym. And there was my clients in the next one, and they've got the makeup wipes out and they're wiping all the makeup off.
And your morning ladies, we're flat out brushing our hair in the morning.
Sometimes I think you turn up in your pyjamas too. Don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you never know. In the early days, maybe.
And you know what? You could, and all we do is laugh, you know, and laugh with you. But yeah, it's definitely just a real women's gym.
Yeah. And I remember, like, one lady didn't even have her shoes that turned up to work, so I think it was work boots she wore or something like that. Like, whereas all these other gyms have got nothing wrong with name brands, 100% nothing.
No.
But we don't care what you train in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just turn up in all sorts, you know, and that's what.
It's a funny bit.
I've forgotten my gym gear. I guess so.
Yeah. So what?
So you don't have to use your gym gear to exercise. You like it might be a little bit more comfortable, but really, does it matter?
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't push the weight.
We don't give a fuck in there. We really don't.
And I love it now because people are going, oh, there's so many mirrors here in your new space. And then I come up with, but they're good mirrors. Have a look.
Yeah. Especially that one over there. Stand in front of that
skinny
one.
mirror.
That's a skinny mirror.
That's a skinny
Stay
mirror.
away from that one over there. That one makes you look fat.
That one looks a bit bulkier, but this mirror, here, you need to sit down here. And we all have that favourite spot now. We all, like, push each other out of the way.
I did giggle. There was a woman who said, you got to watch what you're doing in the mirror. And she went, oh, I don't like looking in the mirror. And I said, you're not looking at yourself. You're looking at your technique and making sure you're doing it. And she said, oh, is that what mirrors are there for? She said, I thought they were just there for people just to look at themselves all the time.
Yeah, that is funny. So I love your gym. But what about the other programs you have, Joe? And does that come from your chef?
Well, so when I said I started the gym, so I actually wanted to compete. So I sort of went hardcore into it. And, of course, when you're training to compete, as you know, you have to be strict with your food. And I was given a nutrition plan that I did not like. I didn't like the foods. I'm a very fussy eater. And I didn't like the foods that were on it, and I just couldn't follow it. And it was so hard for me because I don't like tuna. I'm not eating for steak for breakfast. I don't like yogurt. Yeah, all the different things that are just a normal go-to.
Bodybuilder.
Yeah. I don't like cottage cheese. There's just so much that I don't like. So it was really hard. And I just thought, how are other women doing this? If I can't, like, are they just force feeding this shit into them, or how are they doing it? Because I just couldn't work it out. So I started researching about nutrition, and I wanted to learn about proteins and carbs and fats and what they do and what does insulin do, and it just sort of lent me from one thing to the next. And before you know it, I started getting clients, and my clients were telling me that they've got, diabetes or PCO, polycystic ovarian syndrome. They were the first two that came up, and that's when I started researching. I had to know about diabetes. I needed to know about insulin. I needed to know about blood sugars. What happens when you do have sugar? What happens when you don't have sugar? Like I didn't. I was a chef. I know how to make things taste good, but I don't understand food. So from my own experience and then having clients come in, I realised that there was a big hole in that, that was out there. It was either this or all or nothing. There was no in between. And I thought, well, seriously, like there's got to be a way to navigate this. So anyway, I actually worked it all out myself, doing my own nutrition, and worked out what the macros were and the percentages, the calories, and then started working it with other foods. And then I got my own nutrition software, and then that's when I really started learning about, the ins and outs of all the different foods. Yeah. So the more I researched and the more I learned, the more clients with more issues that came to me, then I was able to research even more. And it has just taken me, I just haven't stopped. I don't stop. And I love it when someone comes to me and they've got something new that I go, oh, I haven't heard of that one before. Oh, let's find out about that one. And then I used to hold seminars. So all my clients would come to a seminar where we would sit down and I would teach them everything that I've learned in my analogies, and I have a very visual, cute way of teaching nutrition. Trying to get people to those seminars was quite hard. So I have designed it into a online program now where it's chapters and quizzes, and you get to learn what your body is doing, why the foods that you're eating are reacting to your body this way, why your hormones are out of control, why your cortisol's out of control, why your dopamine's sending you off to the fridge to eat every 5 seconds. You know, like there's so much to it. So I sort of explain the whys, and then I go in and I teach you about the foods yourself. So you get to have some light bulb moments yourself and understand how to navigate food, and especially in this day and age, because it's so easy to grab snack foods and bullshit, and you know, you're walking through the supermarket and you're grabbing, and you really, someone told me I should eat this. Someone told me this is good. That person on TikTok's telling me I should eat this. That person on Instagram saying I should eat that. There's so much of it around that I needed to find something easy and general for everybody to learn. So yeah, my Body On program, it does teach you that, and I know that everybody that has done it is like 100 miles in front of everybody that hasn't done it.
Yeah. And what I love is that we learn that it's not one program for everybody.
No.
It's like everything is definitely tailor-made and suits your own body.
Yes.
And you just learn and you educate yourself, which is the best thing.
And, you know, food logs.
Yeah.
I'm big on people. You've got to learn what your body is, how it's reacting to foods.
Yeah.
If you can't, if you're overweight and you're stuck and you feel shit and, you know, your skin's shit, just everything, the food.
Or you're not building the muscle.
You are what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start cleaning your diet up, you really start noticing those other things. When you put something bad in, you notice how your body reacts. And it actually happens that the cleaner your diet gets, the more you notice how intolerant you are to
100%.
things. Yeah. So, it's all a learning. You never stop learning. I don't stop learning.
No.
And I don't think anybody on their own journey stops learning.
No, 100%. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. All I can say is thank you for the programs, Jo.
You're welcome.
It's been awesome.
No worries.
So once remember, it's not just weight, it's the weight of it all. Thank you, as always, for tuning into the weight of it. Until next time, I'm Tracy. See you later.
And don't forget, the key to success is doing the things that you can't be fucked doing. See ya.
Bye.